Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for showing up again. I am here back at it to give you a general tarot card reading. I am your friendly local neighborhood demon slayer. So let's get at it. Let's see what demons we need to slay. Let's see what lessons we need to learn. Universe, what messages do you have for us? What story do we need to tell? We have offers and opportunities in the reverse. We've got visual contours in the reverse. And internal forces. What else do you have for us? Why? It's not what I wanted. That is not what I wanted. These are too many. Let's try that again. Retraction in the reverse. Enlightenment. And restraint. We have the Eight of Swords here. We have the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. And then we have the Six of Cups. What else do you have for us, universe? We've got read in between the lines. I think that is the very first time I've ever pulled that card from this deck. Very first time. We have lack of education. And cosmic navigation again in the reverse. I say again because I just did a reading with the same card in the reverse. We have fireworks in the reverse. Respectful is here. And consent in the reverse. Four of Swords is here in the reverse. Seven of Wands. And the Tower. So just give me a moment. I'm going to get an energy on this. The fact that we have read in between the lines here is just, I feel like it's kind of a personal warning that this might not seem what it is. So I'm just going to kind of like get an energy real quick. I just really feel like this energy right here is somebody who is holding a position in the career that probably isn't matching their ability or skill set. It's like there's that saying, fake it till you make it, but that really only works with certain people who can learn very quickly, that can pick up and keep pace. You know what I'm saying? It's not for everybody to actually embody. And most people misunderstand what it means to fake it till you make it. And I feel like this person, they had to be. They were deceitful with this, whoever they're employed by, they were deceitful to the employer, and they really don't know what they said they know for the position that they hold. And I really just feel like, I don't know, I feel like they just did it for the money, is what I'm getting. It's not like it was somebody who was like, oh, I really want to, I don't have a good example, but I really want to be a bookkeeper, right? And so, you know, I'll fake it till I make it because I have such a drive to like learn, I'll pick up and I'll get it done. No. In this situation, it was like somebody was doing this strictly for the money, really didn't care about the role at all, but played it off as if they had some kind of experience in the role, and they got a high ranking position. This is like I'm getting manager energy, like straight up. It could be someone higher up the chain, higher than just a regular manager, or maybe it's just a special kind of manager, but it's definitely manager vibes. And it's too much for them. They're not handling it well. They're not, you know, picking up quickly. They're not, I feel like it's starting to show. Like people are starting to notice, okay, there's no way this person had past experience. There's just no way. So it's like employees, co-workers, you know, they're retracting, you know, their initial excitement to have this person on the team. But it's like, you know, the offers and opportunities that were on the table for this person before they applied just weren't paying the money that they wanted to have. It's not that they didn't have them, it's just they turned it down. They turned it down. Like this definitely applies to both karmic masculine and karmic feminine. Like I'm getting more than one people are in this category right now. Then we have fireworks in the reverse. It's like I said, when you came on, or whoever this karmic energy is, whoever came onto the team was expecting fireworks, excitement, you know, like growth and stuff like this. And since they came on board, everything's just kind of like going to hell, you know. So they didn't get the fireworks that they were all expecting. Right below that, we have the Eight of Swords here, and the Four of Swords in reverse. So yes, the Eight of Swords confirms this. They are very restricted in their knowledge of this role. Very restricted. And I think even in learning in general, like this person just doesn't care to learn new things. Like they're not even willing to learn. Like they're just literally there to like cash their paycheck at the end of the week. And then you've got the Four of Swords in the reverse. They've got no balance. There's no foundation. There's no balance. There's nothing rooted in experience for sure. Our next column, we have visual contours in the reverse. right here with the lack of education. So yeah, the visual contours, that's basically what this person brought to the table and how they were hired. It was their charisma, their attitude, you know, they really played everything off. Like I said, they were expecting this beautiful, bright being to be on their team, and that's not what they got at all. They're noticing that it's not just, the problem is not that they have a lack of education. The problem is that not only did they lie, but they also don't give a crap about their position, and they're not willing to learn to make themselves better. They think, oh, okay, I'm sure you guys are familiar with some managers out in the world where they just literally think, oh, okay, I'm a manager now, so I don't have to do any of the work. I just have to boss everybody around. Like, they really think that way, right? This is definitely giving me that energy here. They really thought that they were just going to come in and boss people around, and that would be their you know, the point of their job, but it's just not. Managers usually take on more weight than the people than the people underneath them. So we have enlightenment here and respectful. This is a very professional team that they're with, though. What I mean by that is, even as they're realizing the type of person this is and that they don't have the experience they have, they're still giving this person absolutely complete respect. So they're not being crude or ugly or disrespectful or anything like that. They're literally just sitting it out and waiting. We've got King of Pentacles here in challenges, or in the Seven of Wands. So these team members do not trust this person, though. Even though they're being quiet and respectful, they do not trust this person. They can't rely on them. When they have questions, they have nowhere to go. They can't go to this person. And then the Seven of Wands is here. So yes, they're faced with a lot of challenges that they can't get past at work because this one person, this manager, just is not doing their job or even doing the research on how to do the job. Our last line, we've got internal forces and cosmic navigation. So internal forces, this is usually a really good card when I'm reading, but in this case it's not, because the internal forces are selfish, if that makes sense. So the energy that this person is living right there, they're living in their own little world, right? But it's more egotistical. There's no like humbleness to it. There's no realness to it. There's no they're definitely not interested in facing the fact that they're not being real on the surface. We've got the cosmic navigation in the reverse. So that's just telling me that their team they don't have to be led to this enlightenment. Nobody has to tell them. Everybody's literally witnessing it. Everybody's literally experiencing it for themselves. Looks like they're still giving restraint, though. Like they're still not saying what they need or want to say. And then consent in the reverse. So they're not saying anything, but they're also not agreeing with it. They're not consenting with the actions this manager is taking. All followed by the Six of Cups and the Tower here. So something's happening. Something is about to happen here. Let's see if we can get clarity on what it is that's happening. How is this? Because it's obviously going to explode at some point. We can see that from just the rest of the reading. So how does this come to fruition? What is going to happen? You know? What is going to happen as a result of this tower? Or how does it come about? Like what causes the tower? ultimately. We've got the Emperor in reverse. And the Seven of Wands. So it looks like it's definitely coming from the employees, the co-workers. So does somebody end up saying something? Because right now everybody's being quiet. Like tiptoeing, walking on eggshells kind of thing. Just kind of putting up with the BS. How does this come to light? Like, let me rephrase that. You can see it's the co-workers bringing it to light. But how is it that they're doing it? We've got the King of Pentacles here. So it looks like to the owner. If this is in the past or present, they will be or have already brought it to the owner. And so that's how they're going to shut this manager down, this corrupt manager. I'm going to say corrupt because when you enter a system where you know you're supposed to be up to par by a certain degree and you know you're not, that's corrupt. You're cheating everybody. Everybody could have a much better work environment and a much more productive environment, but this energy is keeping them from doing that because they're not supposed to be there. So yeah, it does look like the co-workers are going to have enough at some point, to the point where they're going to come together. There's definitely more than one person here and they're going to approach the owner and be like, hey, this is crazy. So that's how that's going to get shut down. So I mean, at least it is getting shut down. It's unfortunate, but at the same time, it's like, they weren't even trying to deceive these people for any good reason. It's literally just money. It's not because they want to become a better person or to have a fulfilling career. Like, this person doesn't even give me the vibes that they even planned on being there for the rest of their life. Like, they were definitely not interested in that. They're literally just trying to get the highest dollar that they could. That's it. So anyways, well, thank you guys for stopping in and sharing in this reading with me. I hope that you enjoyed it. And if you do feel so led, please leave a like, share, subscribe, or comment. All of those help me to grow this channel, help me to get more messages out and reach more people. So yeah, until our next reading, everybody, I bid you farewell.